Important just to give back in general, and if you can't give back with money, you give back with time or however you can. And I really love that Pujols doesn't forget where he came from. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's Dominican to the core, and he doesn't live there anymore, but his heart is still there, and he gives back. And I found it very touching, you know, that they have a kid with Down syndrome, and they're so inspiring. You know, I don't know if it was Gandhi or the Buddha who said, "Be the change you want to see." And they're very contagious. They have very positive, contagious energy, and they're very grounded in each other's relationship. And she's a spitfire. I mean, she's an entrepreneur, she's a mother, she's a wife, she's, I mean, all over the place, you know? So I called her Wonder Woman.
Well, Dee Dee, obviously one of the big hits today, the burgers here at the Pujols Kitchen Station. Phenomenal, by the way, from the sauce to the fries. I mean, everything here is awesome.
Well, we have Chef Stewart with us today, who we could thank for that, and sous chef Angel. And yeah, you know, the chimichurri burgers is one of the things that I'm a big fan of at the golf tournament. The guys seem to like it, so I asked him to come out today and help us out. He came up with a phenomenal recipe, so everybody's digging that. But I wanted to kind of bring out Pujols Kitchen cookware and just let people get to see it, and it's creating delicious burgers.
Absolutely.
That everybody's eating, so that's a positive.
Well, tell me about how Pujols Kitchen got started. Did it simply come from your love for cooking yourself?
Yeah, you know, I think it just came from years of studying Dominican cuisine with Albert, and it started with the love of food and cooking, and now it's kind of turned into cookware. And I knew that whatever I designed in the way of cookware that I would take back and give back. So we did our first mission trip where we took 50 pieces of cookware, we filled it with food, and we handed out to some of the ladies who are in like really great need.
Right.
And that was awesome. It's just been fun. It's, you know, a passion and a hobby.
We've got several other stations here at the golf tournament today. Let's go check some of that.
We have food spread all throughout.
Food is not a problem at the Albert Pujols Celebrity Golf Tournament, that is for sure. Variety is obviously something that you took to heart here at the tournament, Dee Dee. You've got cookies, we've got juice, we've got the Catch restaurant. Obviously, Angel fans in Anaheim know all about the Catch. Real Water, which I know you're a huge fan of.
Yeah. Yeah, I found Real Water. They're alkaline-based water, and I'm a big health nut, so yeah, it was important for me. So I love their water. It's super hydrating. And then our dear friends at Earbuds have been so gracious to come out and be a part of the event. So and then we have Carl's Jr., who has the coolest chicken nuggets that look like stars. That my kids
right.
Like. And then, of course, out on the field, we have Ruth Chris and different vendors that, you know, are kind of known in the area. So I always feel like it's important to keep these guys fed.
Yeah. Because a lot of times you go to golf tournaments, and like I said earlier, it's just like a box lunch. But here, you've got so many different things to choose from.
We want you to stop and eat and drink and just have fun.
Coming up on the 11th annual Albert Pujols Celebrity Golf Classic.
You're gonna hit it straight all the time.
That's right, he hasn't missed a straight. Well, you missed a couple.
We had to do something with these kids around the community here. They were looking for hope, and they were looking for entertainment. They were looking for something to do.
The 11th annual Albert Pujols Celebrity Golf Classic, benefiting the Pujols Family Foundation, is presented by Apollo Jets. Oh yeah, and the Bonds Foundation. Welcome back to the 11th annual Albert Pujols Celebrity Golf Classic special from Trump National Golf Course. One of the greatest days in a teenager's life is attending the prom. Through the Pujols Family Foundation, children with Down syndrome are treated to a night under the stars. For the past 6 years, the Pujols Family Foundation has rolled out the red carpet and given the opportunity to over 500 young adults to feel like kings and queens for the night.
There comes a time, I feel, in a person's life with Down syndrome where they come to know that they're different than others. And I recognize that in my daughter, you know, and I believe that the others also recognize that. And the prom gives them a chance to obviously dance all night. It also just, there's a great connection between people who live with Down syndrome and that just entire community of friends. And so I feel like that night is, I mean, it really is a night that these families will tell you that they plan for months ahead. They get limos, they plan dinners. I mean, it is a really big deal for a lot of these families.
It's one of my favorite events, you know, and it's something that give this family and give these adults and kids an opportunity that they probably wouldn't have, and that's our goal. How are you? Hey, babe. How are you, buddy? Nice to meet you, buddy. All right.
You recognize you out of
How are you, buddy? See you, buddy.
You remember Alex?
Hi. How are you, sweetie? See you. How's everything?
Good.
Good?
Really good.
Awesome. Chef and Alex.
My brother is a PGA professional golf pro in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and in Martin. So he's been taught me since I was born. I like being around with our Pujols, my Trout. My foundation is called Golf for Life Foundation. We reach people how to play golf with Down syndrome kids, how to play golf. We have all PGA pros come out every day to help kids with Down syndrome how to play golf.
He's got some news for you.
What's up?
I might be a PGA pro.
Really?
Yeah, my dad just caught a headquarters from the PGA. I might be an honorary PGA pro.
Oh, congrats, man. That's awesome, dude. Great, man.
Thanks, man.
Hard work. You see what
I know.
happened?
Yeah.
A lot of hard work, man.
Yeah.
Pays up.
It's because of my dad up there.
Yeah. So you need to thank that. You need to thank your dad all the time. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty good. I own you a ball. So next time I give it to you.
I love it.
Oh, baby,
love it.
come on.
Be right.
Get out. Just short. Come on, Mark.
Yeah.
Mark,
Then I can't get home.
Albert's going to play with us all every day now. Look at that. That's a shot
That was a good stroke. Yeah.
39 years old, I'm surprised you can hit it. Oh my
You guys here? Yeah. Yeah, it was in spring training, no? You had it.
You're going to hit it straight all the time.
Right, yes, very well. You got the
Yeah.
But they were greenside. They're greenside, you're right.
Oh, he's on fire.
Woo! He's on fire.
You like that? There we go.
I think that people relate, of course, baseball, Albert, and also on the many people that maybe don't know him as well can relate to what he does in the community and say, okay, this guy's got a big heart, he's got tremendous Hall of Fame numbers and all that kind of stuff. But for people in the Dominican, it gets a little bit closer because he was a humble guy coming out of the Dominican. He didn't have a whole lot to play with, baseball or to expand to other sports. And just by using his platform to help those many people, by using the example of working hard and setting the example for other kids to say, if I can get it done, you can get it done too. It wasn't easy for him, for his family and immigration and going to the United States and transitioning from there to there. So it's an example not only for Dominican kids, but I think anywhere around the world in the United States to say that this guy can get it done and then continue to contribute is fabulous.
What happens to a community when there is no real sense of leadership? What happens to a generation of boys when they have so few men to guide them? What happens is a life that starts without hope. So what needs to happen next? Someone has to step up to the plate.
I felt that we had to do something with these kids around the community here. They were looking for hope, and they were looking for entertainment. They were looking for something to do. And obviously our prayer were answered. I believe the next day we came here to the Batey, and there was a little boy about 6 years old that kind of was the messenger through God to ask us or myself, just running out of nowhere, Pujols, when you gonna start a baseball league here? It was like, wow, something hit me right in the face, and you say, wait a minute here, you know? So right away I felt that was a message from God, and when we decided to do this Batey.
Well, I think here in the Dominican, you have to speak the language of baseball to get their attention. Here in the Dominican, these children see their future in baseball. Not necessarily education, not necessarily work, it's baseball. So when you speak that language here, then you've opened the doors to their minds, basically, into their hearts. And so I think by putting baseball in here, and not only teaching teamwork and respect, but perseverance, hard work, work ethic, you know, that all falls into place. And if you have coaches that are here that are good Christian men that are injecting these attributes into the kids, and the kids are watching them lead by example, and it's being done on a baseball field, you don't get their attention more than that.
We got two different things going on there. One is the young men that are actually in the program and the discipleship that they're learning in terms of being a responsible man and what does it mean to be a man, and the values that are being taught through that in terms of honoring relationships and honoring their families. But you're also seeing the fathers come. You have a common interest that these kids can share with their dads, and that their dads have a genuine independent interest in, and so they're coming down to watch and to learn.
I'm not gonna lie to you, there was a couple of tears that came down. I mean, it was pretty emotional. It's amazing. You know, it's pretty amazing. And, you know, it was just tears of joy and just praising God for, you know, to be able to do that, because that field was nothing, you know, just 3 years ago, and these people were looking for hope. And through God, we were able to do that.
And I come out here, and where there used to be a cow pasture, there is a field that not only has bases and markings, but it is as good as any field back home. Like, any kid would love to play on this field. And it's not something we did. You know, we didn't put this field together, and we didn't clean up this field for them. The community literally took this as a challenge and came together to say, you know, look at what you're doing for me, but look at what we can do for ourselves.
You can see with Albert when he's interacting with the kids, just the love he has for the kids themselves, and how he's able to take his passion of baseball and use that with the kids. Because of his success, the kids are anxious to learn and to listen, and he's established a solid foundation of respect.
One thing is saying something, another thing where you can see yourself. Because those kids, they feel so proud. They feel so elegant. They feel so important, just because they have that uniform on. Having that uniform on and that shoes on, wow. To them, it's like being in heaven.
Coming up on the 11th annual Albert Pujols Celebrity Golf Classic, a long and competitive day comes to an end with a helicopter ball drop and an auction with some great memorabilia. The 11th annual Albert Pujols Celebrity Golf Classic, benefiting the Pujols Family Foundation, is presented by Apollo Jets, Oh Yeah, and the Bonds Foundation. Welcome back to the 11th annual Albert Pujols Celebrity Golf Classic special from Trump National Golf Course. The only activity that could be more American on a warm summer day other than baseball would be fishing. Last July, the Pujols Family Foundation held its second annual Tackle Box Tournament with mothers and fathers, boys and girls, lots of fish, and even more smiles.
I feel like one of the greatest opportunities that people have through the foundation, one of them is exposure to things that they might not otherwise do. So if a child has never been fishing before, you know, you get them out there, and all of a sudden, you know, a kid who maybe doesn't even talk that much or have communication issues and has Down syndrome, you know, all of a sudden they're this whole other person. You've opened them up to a world that they love and enjoy. So I feel like being able to do that for families and to have the time just to celebrate who they are is critical, and it's been fun.
To get out there and, you know, hot bait and fish and just enjoy and get to know more of the family, which Didi just mentioned, you know, that's one thing that we have seen since 2001, just over and over, you know, just new family just showing up, you know, with their kids with Down syndrome, just to be a part of it. You know, that's something that has grown over the last 7 years or 8 years, you know, where in the past it was like they were a little shy to come around, they didn't want to come around. I mean, they were, I don't want to use the word embarrassed, but they kind of like, I don't know if I want to do it. Now they want to be involved and they enjoy it, and you know, that's a fishing tournament is great. You see some of these kids just throwing their nets out there and pulling fish out and just having fun, you know, and at the end of the day, just if we have a great weather and great time and everybody get to enjoy it.
After an entertaining and competitive day on the links, the guests were treated to a helicopter ball drop raffle. Throughout the day, celebrities and participants were able to buy golf balls with numbers on them to be put into a raffle. All of the balls purchased were loaded onto a helicopter and dropped over the 11th hole. The participants all watched this unique event from the grass in front of the clubhouse, including 19-time NBA All-Star and 6-time world champion Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The ball that landed closest to the pin was awarded a cash prize. Now, the winner ultimately donated her winnings back to the foundation. To conclude the day, guests were treated to an auction with a lot of great items to choose from, followed by a dinner and video session with Albert and Didi Pujols.
I'm really grateful to most everybody in the room. I think that Albert and I have been given the opportunity to be the name, and his incredible talent to play baseball has given us the platform to be loud about what we believe in. But whatever we've been given, we have a responsibility to give back and to provide and bless other people. And it takes all of the people in our life to be able to do that. And so I just thank you for that.
I just want to say thank you to all of you, all the celebrity, the sponsor. As you guys know, we couldn't establish this foundation and have the success that we have over the last year if we would have you guys help. I want to thank my teammates. I know we don't have too many days off playing in the West Coast, but they were here, you know, supporting what we do through our foundation. That means a lot. My goal is to try to do whatever we've done through our foundation in St. Louis and bring it here. And just thank you so much for your support, and hopefully see you guys next year. So be blessed.
The following day, before the Angels game at Anaheim Stadium, Albert and Didi presented a check to the Pujols Family Foundation following a great day and an even better event.